Do we find you today?
Grant, lovely to be with you as always. You'll find me at the beautiful St Andrews Beach Brewery. It is a little bit cool today, but really looking forward to reminiscing about one of the great moments in Triple Crown history.
That it was. And look, before I start, we must thank all of our followers out there liking episode 1. How many hits have we got so far, Bretty?
We've gone viral, Grant. I'm not sure what that means. We've got the official blue tick on Twitter, or what is now X. So, yeah, we're certainly going places. And thank you for all the kind words and feedback to all the people out there.
Yeah, certainly. Triple Crown Rewind is going from strength to strength. So, look, just funnily enough, where you are there today, Bretty, it just reminds me, takes me back to, I suppose you could call it the day of the snail. And how's talking about the snail and his punting? How's he performed, Brett, over the journey?
Well, it's fair to say over the years we go in with great aspirations of getting rich and going to Augusta and having all these golf trips off the side of our profits, and yet over the course of so many years we actually haven't gone anywhere. We just keep coming back to the peninsula. Not there's anything wrong with that, but fair to say we're due for a sizable collect.
I think you're right. And look, on that point, certainly the quaddie has been, famous or infamous. Has he had any challenges in the first league, first of all?
Well, I think Snail's been quite successful. His side quaddie seems to get up every year without too many dramas, and has no worries with the early quaddie and the late quaddie and the quaddie overseas. And certainly he seems to be in front, but the rest of us just seem to struggle on that last leg. Famously, Grant, as you can well appreciate, there's been some heartbreaking losses on the fourth leg of the quaddie.
That there has, and there's been a few murmurings about the first league, but let's not go too deep into that one. But they know who they are. This day, Brett, sort of rings a bit of a bell for me. Was there any joy back in 2018, as it was only just a few years ago? Any joy with the quaddie that day?
Yeah, well, it's all but 6 years ago now as we stand here today at St Andrews Beach Brewery, and we rocked up. We were absolutely belted on St Andrews Beach Golf Course just across the road, and I think we were chewed up and spat out was the term that a couple of the boys were using on the bus, and we managed to slither our way through the door because we weren't exactly bouncing off the bus, but with great hope and great optimism, we turned our attention to the screens at about 4:30 p.m. I believe we're in the Doremus stalls, enjoying the beautiful samplings of beer and fine food that's on offer at St Andrews Beach. And
that you are, Brett. I think to your right and my left here, as you can see by the couple of colleagues behind me, I think you were spot on with the Doremus lounge.
Yeah. So whilst a couple of us were perhaps a little bit negative and just watching the football, there was some eyes on Flemington and what was going to be one awfully big collect.
Yeah, well, as my memory serves me, we did get the first 3 leagues, and as you said, a few watching the footy, and then all of a sudden the focus did shift. Did we get that? Did we get the last league, Brett, and was it enough to buy the joint?
Did we get the last leg? I think they nearly heard us in Flemington from St Andrews Beach that we got the last leg, and there was quite a rumbling from the Doremus stalls, and I think there was a lot of excitement around the brewery at the time. Everyone was sort of seemingly looking in our direction and assuming we won quite a sizable kitty. And I think if you're going on scale of celebration to pay out, I think we were well in the 6 figures for the celebrations and hugs and fist pumping that was going on. And Grant, you may recall more than I whether we could actually put a deposit on the brewery or not. But
well, I've done it. Funny, good question you asked, Brett, as Peter Ockertell would say. Good question you ask. I've done a bit of research on the St Andrews Beach Brewery, and it just sold, or I think one of the partnerships sold just for a lazy 20 million. So I do know the figure that we got for the quaddie that day, but I'm not sure if you need me to remind me. But yeah, once again, was it enough to buy the joint? I'm not sure.
From my recollection, and why we're here today will go down as one of the great quotes and top 10 moments in Triple Crown Rewind history. That our tour director was heard to be shouting, "Let's buy the joint," of which great mirth went through the room, but I believe the collect was $121, Grant.
Yeah, gee, that might even be a bit
Give or
over,
take.
Freddie. I was going to say
Really?
100. I was going to say 118, but hey, not quite enough to buy the joint. So look,
Just need to move the decimal place back a little bit.
absolutely. But look, as you know, we've always had faith in the snail. We give him $100, you know, year on year. Have you got a couple? When we look forward, we don't want to look back too much, but
Always do.
give us your top 3 tips as to how the snail can repeat or even go a lot better than that memorable day of the snail.
So it's very hard not to look forward when we're doing a rewind, Grant. So we'll see how we go. But I think he's due. And it's been 6 years since we've had a collect as a team. So, Snail, I know you'll be watching this intently over the dinner table or from the lounge room at the beach house in Rye. For Christ's sake, can you just give us something?
Lift.
Anything. We'll take a collect of anything. No side bets, no side quaddies, no bloody Manangatang bloody dish lickers or Kerrang trots. I don't want it. We just want to collect. We want to celebrate again. You've got to give us something, Snail.
He's got to be solid. Absolutely, he does. Now look, just a couple of little snippets from 2018. Looking back, we had the great Nat Brown on tour. So he was a very good tourist. He may have slept on the floor somewhere beside yourself, Brady, from memory, but he was a good tourist, Nat Brown.
He had a very rough Friday, but a very good Sunday at Kerr Lewis.
He did finish absolutely very strong. And look, it may surprise you, Brett, but would you like to have a guess on who the winner was in 2018?
Probability would suggest that you and I already know the answer to this question.
Correct. And that would be one. That would be one R Corbett. So you know, we'll have a rewind where Corbett hasn't been the winner, but it'll be hard to come up with the goods there.
Unlike us at the brewery, the rich get richer.
Absolutely, I do, Brady. So look, thanks for your time on Triple Crown Rewind, and we've got a very special edition coming up soon, also.
Brilliant. Looking forward to the next episode. Thanks for your time, Grantley.
Good on you, man. Good to see you.
You too, buddy.